everybody, and welcome back to another vintage versus classified comparison video. Today we're going to take a look at Lieutenant Falcon and not Captain Falcon, not to be confused with the Nintendo character. But this guy, very much like CoverGirl, I kind of compared the vintage with the classified in his review. You guys can take a look at that, but I'm just going to give it a separate video just to make it a little longer and go more into detail of all the little details between the two. With that being said, accessories wise, I think they both come with pretty much the same accessories. We have a shotgun with the vintage one with the extended barrel there, I think it was, or a grip. Not barrel, the barrel is this, but grip there, I think it was. And then we do get his back piece here with a little antenna there and the removable knife. I think that's everything the vintage one came with. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself with pictures and the text on the video. And the classified one pretty much does the same thing. This is not his shotgun, he came with another crappy one. But the back piece, since we do have the back piece for both of them here, I will compare these real quick. But we do have two canteens and a piece of rope there, or bundle of rope. Two canteens and a bundle of rope, very nice. We have this sort of flap of the bag that comes down, same here with the classified. On the side we get a pouch, and then on the side we get that same knife for the classified version that also stores on the side as such, and also the antenna up here, which is also kind of folded up, very nice. And yeah, the vintage one is very blocky and it's got some heft to it, whereas the vintage one was a little more, I mean, it is blocky still, but I don't know, I feel like it still kind of fits into shape with his back a little better than the classified one. With the classified, you also get the removable beret here, which mine is pretty stuck because I just put it on there and never bothered taking it off, but there it is. And you also have a separate scarf piece, which, you know, I'll get into later. But other than that, let's take a close look at their, you know, body details and whatnot. And to do that, we'll remove the back piece on this guy and get right into it. Feet, oh, forgot to turn this light on. Feet here are pretty similar. They did give the classified those kind of World War II-esque boots and whatnot, which, you know, very much resembles this old one. Kind of, I don't know if it's World War II or like Vietnam, I don't remember. You can correct me on that, but very similar boots, you know, different coloration overall. As you can see, this one just has more darker green rather than the brighter green, which is a kind of a shame. I mean, I do like this green, I do, but there's something about this green that really pops and just, I don't know, makes it feel a little bit better. And, you know, you also have the camo and whatnot on the pants, but it's not as vibrant as this or stands out very much, which is a bit of a bummer because I do like the patterning that they give the vintage one. And we don't really get to see it here other than, you know, the green really taking over and standing out. But with that being said, we move up the legs, pouch on this side and pouch on the other side. Or, you know, the vintage one had various kind of pouches. I think he even has sort of a flashlight there sculpted on. We have a smaller pouch there and the big pouch. So we only get the big pouch on the classified and no flashlight or tiny pouch down here. Moving up, we have this little detail here with the crotch piece involving his shirt being tucked under the sort of belt there, You can see the shirt coming through there, and you know, Classified tried to replicate that. They kind of attached, not kind of, but they attached it to the overall vest and the belt piece. And, you know, I think for the most part it does its job, but I don't think it does it well enough. And I know that's a common complaint when they do these kind of tucked under shirt pieces with Classified. Some people don't really like it. I'm not too bothered about it, but I think there is better ways of going about it. Um, Especially here, because this is more of a glossy plastic and this is more matte. And so, like, it doesn't seem like this shirt is, or this is part of the upper shirt there. So that's a bit of a shame there. But on the belt piece itself, even the buckle is kind of different for the Classified compared to the vintage one. We have a pouch there and another one here on the side, so we kind of get that one there, one over here going around. It does go around. We have a pouch there, another one here for Classified, so they got that. Up here we get 2 pouches, or we get the 2 pouches there on the sort of vest. It's not really a vest. I don't know my terms right now, but moving on, we do have this knife sculpted on the vintage one, which Classified, oddly enough, also sculpted it rather than giving us, you know, a removable knife there on the chest. And then the straps do go over, connect here on the back, and the vintage one does that as well. So yeah, and then the Classified gave us a communicator there and whatnot, and then we have their head sculpts, which, you know, vintage, you can't really get the detail in there. The arms, you have the rolled up shirt there. It's cool because the vintage one kind of has a little logo there, and as well as a little button, you know, to show that it's you know, held on there, whereas Classified is just kind of sculpted to look that way. And then we have his watch here on his left hand, and then nothing on this side. Again, the head sculpt, or we can look at his beret and the handkerchief, whatever you want to call it. Similar colors, I will give them that. But this one is more squared rather than, you know, the pointy one. I think a lot of people would have preferred if this was sculpted on, because it does get a little annoying, and sometimes it can look a little off. You know, from certain angles, it's just kind of floating there. So, you know, if you were to do that, it just looks unnatural and whatnot. If you do that, it's just floating there. So, you know, some people wish that would have been sculpted, myself included, or just done a different way. And then his very questionable head sculpt that many people, you know, obviously critiqued, complained about, because this is not who Falcon is to a lot of people. He's supposed to be much more handsome, and and this is a complete opposite. I still don't mind it as much. I'm still comfortable with it. I would like them to tackle the character again and giving him a brand new head sculpt and whatnot, just to, you know, better represent the character. Yeah, I don't know. I think it all came down to paint apps and how some people paint apps just weren't the best. Mine were okay, and he looked fine. I can still deal with it. But, you know, now that the retro line is back and it's not a Walmart exclusive, you know, people are advocating for a redo on Lieutenant Falcon here to give us a more retro inspired paint deco, but as well as a remodeled and, you know, completely new head sculpt. And I wouldn't mind that either. It would definitely replace this one. But we'll have to wait and see to see if Hasbro actually does that. You know, it's kind of scary with Hasbro. They may just reuse the same head sculpt, and we unfortunately have to deal with it. And some people will buy it, unfortunately. But yeah, I think that does it for this comparison. What do you guys think of the classified version? I know it's not the best interpretation of the character. They definitely missed the mark on a few places, you know, especially the head, the shotgun they gave him, and you know, just the overall colors. You know, this looks very cool to me. It looks striking, but you know, it keeps it grounded and militaristic. And I just don't see the patterning on this guy, which is a little disappointing. But what do you guys think? Comment down below, and I'll see you guys in a future video.